So it's a sunny, hot day here in Taipei, and I'm getting ready to hike up Zhengshan Elephant Mountain to do some live streaming because we have a typhoon on the way. The first typhoon of the 2017 season, Nesat, is supposed to make landfall in Taiwan tomorrow at some time. And for most Taiwanese, typhoons are no big deal. They just kind of go through them like any other storm that you maybe would, or weather situation. But for us foreigners, especially me, it's still a pretty big deal and you get pretty excited. So I'm going to go do some live streaming up top of Zhengshan Mountain and show people what the skies look like in Taipei right now, and take you along on this little vlog of the first typhoon of the season. And we're not expecting it to be a really heavy duty one, maybe Cat 1, Cat 2. And in northern Taiwan, at this point, we're not expecting it to be too severe, other than maybe getting a lot of rain and some high winds. So I look forward to taking you through this vlog here of the first typhoon of the season in Taiwan 2017, seen through the eyes of a foreigner. Alright, so I just finished up doing my live streaming here, and just going to check out the scenery a little bit more, and then head down and probably buy some water. So it's 10 after 4, and I'm just having a coffee here on Diwa Street in Taipei City, and we're just starting to get some precipitation. So I think we're starting to get a few of the little bit of wisps of outer bands of Typhoon Nesat. Right now it's about 450 miles away from us here. And it won't get this close to Taipei. We're not expecting it to be, I think, any closer than maybe a couple hundred miles or something like that, but we'll definitely get some rain here. So I thought I'd come up to Danshui and check out the skies here and see if I can see any signs of the typhoon coming in. It's always nice to come up here in the evenings in the summertime because it's much cooler than Taipei City. At least you get a little bit of cool breeze off of the river and then coming out of the Taiwan Strait. So it's really nice. There was a little bit of rain a little bit earlier, just a little bit of a kind of a mist. And you have to check out these clouds here, and you can see, I think we're starting to get a few little minute signs of Typhoon Nesat, which is on the way, but it's still about 400 miles away from us here right now. So possibly, the time right now is 6:35, so maybe around this time tomorrow, or maybe a little bit later in the day, we'll start to get the heavy rains and perhaps winds from the typhoon. But just enjoying this gorgeous sunset right now in the skies here. So it's 11:45 here in Taipei. The next day, this is Saturday, and I'm outside of Taipei main station. And after I left Danshui last night, we started to get rains, and we had some heavy rains later in the evening. And then when I woke up this morning, we had more heavy rains. And right now, at the moment, we've got a little bit of a break, and we actually have some sun peeking through. But the typhoon has now been forecasted to make landfall later tonight. So pretty much I can have just a regular day here in Taipei. I can go to the cafe and have a coffee and do some work on my laptop, and none of that really changes. We may get some more rain, and it's getting windier. You might be able to see the trees moving around me, but nothing too serious yet, not till later tonight when the typhoon makes landfall. Now we also got a new forecasted tropical depression that is off southern Taiwan as well, that may develop into a tropical storm, and that's going to swoop up the west side of the island, and that's going to be right after this typhoon leaves. So we could have lots of rain here over the next few days in Taipei. So I just wanted to mention, especially if you're a foreigner, the television is really not your best resource for information here in Taiwan, especially if you don't speak Chinese. If you understand Chinese, then no problem, you can get all the information you want off the television. But there's a local service or a website, and they're also on Facebook, called Focus Taiwan, that I think is excellent. And they continually update the information throughout the day. I'm noticing that especially during this Typhoon Nesat, that they're really on top of it as far as transportation information and things like that goes, with giving you information about the high-speed rail and regular train service and what's going to be affected, as well as flights, and they're very specific about the flights as well. So remember Focus Taiwan if you're in Taiwan. They're a really good resource for getting information while you're in the middle of a typhoon, or a typhoon is on the way. Now with flights, of course your flight can be delayed, but they can also move your flight up as well, so just keep that in mind. So if you're in Taiwan traveling, just make sure that the minute that you hear there's a typhoon forecasted during your stay, that you keep up to date on your flights, because they can actually be moved up a few hours to make a window so that they can get off the island, because sometimes it can be a delayed a whole day, and sometimes even more depending on how many flights have been canceled. So I can just have a regular afternoon here now. I don't have anything to worry about as far as just moving around Taipei. I can go to the cafe, have a coffee, do a little bit of work on my laptop, and I can even get dinner now. I don't have to worry about having to find dinner, because the typhoon's not going to be late making landfall. So I can just have a regular day here, and then maybe I'll even sleep through the typhoon. Who knows? I'll check in with you later, and I might even take a peek out tonight to show you what a typhoon looks like. I'm just here in Zhongshan district. It's 8:45. We're already getting lots of rain here, and some strong gusts, and all of the stores pretty much in this district or neighborhood are closed now. This is normally a really super vibrant place on a Saturday night, but it's really quiet. A lot of people obviously have just gone home, and all of the shopping is done. This Shinkan Mitsukashi department store location here is all closed down, and they've got it sandbagged and pulled up the carpets and everything. So I'm going to probably go inside pretty soon and stay put for the rest of the night, because it's going to be a wild ride. So here I am. It's 11:30 in the morning on Sunday, and Typhoon Nesat has left Taiwan. And I found out later, actually, after I went inside after my last broadcast, that the typhoon had already made landfall. And I was actually kind of surprised that the winds weren't stronger. I wasn't feeling them as strong as I thought I would, considering it was a Category 1. But probably about an hour after the broadcast, when I was inside, it was really howling outside, and I could feel lots of really strong gusts and winds. And today I'm in 228 Peace Park just to have a look around here, because there's lots of trees, and you can see we've definitely got lots of wind damage in parts of northern Taiwan. But I think overall northern Taiwan was left unscathed, fairly unscathed compared to southern Taiwan. They've got lots of damage down there, lots of potential landslides and flooding. And I noticed Yilan County had a whole bunch of power poles tipped over onto the streets, so they definitely got knocked up pretty good. But here we are. Welcome to Typhoon Season 2017 in Taiwan. Thanks for watching, and do feel free to subscribe to my channel. There's all kinds of other videos on Taiwan here, and East Asia, and Southeast Asia, and South Asia. Thanks so much for watching. 谢谢，bye bye.